The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 19, NASDAQ down 30, S&P's off 4.5, gold contract down $14.90 at 1,500 even, silver down 38 cents, $17.52 an ounce, light sweet crude off 58 cents, $55.83 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year down one tick, 130.07, 30-year off 8 ticks at 162.02, and King Dollar up 5 ticks, trading 99.13. We have the euro at 109, the yen is at 108, and the pound is at 123 to 1 US dollar. And I guess when they rang that bell, it's not there's a huge amount of selling, but they sold us down pretty quick.
They sure did, right? Right from the opening bell. It was, and you can kind of see it even on the right side. That's the, what is that, the
That's
NASDAQ
the
100?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, even early this morning, we're up at 78.20. You dip down to 77.50. You're talking about 70 points. You just look at where we are on the indices. Doesn't look too dramatic, right? But we were a little bit positive coming into things.
Right.
We're now a little bit negative. You get the Dow in positive territory. We'll check that out. I'm sure you got one or two Dow stocks maybe bringing it up, as it usually is the case. But slow news week, I guess, right? And we'll just continue it into Friday. Why not?
The market keeps shaking it off.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. So if we look at the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX, your strength out here is Ultra Salon, but that's been down big. That's up 2%. Net Tees is up 1.2. Taken away from it, this is a big one, man. Yeah, look at this.
Ooh.
Micron's down 9.2%.
Mammoth. They had their numbers after the bell last night.
Wow.
And not what the market was looking for, man, in terms of forecast especially. And that's always...
And look at the Liam research. That's down 4.5%. You get AMAT off 3.7. So
because it didn't seem like it was just a problem with Micron. It seemed like it was a problem for demand in that chip sector.
Yeah, look at this. That's quite a move, man.
Take it all the way back to, everything from July almost, right?
Yeah. And if we put this on a weekly, let's see where we're set up. Oh, I see. Interesting. So that gets wild when you put it on a weekly, when you say that, okay, the highs were generated in June of 2018. $64.
Yeah.
These things are amazing. Then it gets down to $28. Then you get all the way back up to 51. And that's a problem. So let's see what
yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe number 2? Yeah.
So let's see. Micron, disappointing quarterly profit forecast. The company projected adjusted earnings of 46 cents a share, plus or minus 7 cents. The estimate was 49 cents. That doesn't seem that bad. There must be something else in there, man. Revenue is going to be $5 billion plus or minus $200 million.
So the guidance means sales are on course to decline by more than 20% year on year for a fourth consecutive quarter. Their stock fell almost 6% extended. That's up to like 9% now, right? And let's see if we can get into more of it, because I know it had to do with margins too.
Okay. Yeah, and evidently this, what they say, the fourth quarter. So this is the trend is downtown. That's the real bottom line.
So net income $561 million or 49 cents a share in the fourth quarter. That was down from $4.33 billion or $3.56 a share a year earlier.
That's amazing.
So say goodbye to all your income.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So a year ago, they made $4.33 billion exactly.
And look at the revenue: $4.87 billion versus $8.44.
Wow.
Just cut it in half, man.
That's intense.
It's
man.
really intense. It is.
That's
and what it speaks to, that is just the quarter that they reported on.
right.
And I think the bigger worry is that
Next quarter.
this is not going to end.
Right.
They've guided down. They're looking for negativity in the quarters to come. And let me just, if we can jump around, is that going to bring us back? I wonder if this one gives us anything else in terms of, because margins were in there too. Yeah, so first quarter, I mean, they're looking for $5 billion. The estimate, let's see, So after first quarter gross margin forecast trails estimate, that's the margins were in here. I was hearing them analysts talk about it.
26.5%.
Yeah, so gross margin 26.5, and that's their first quarter they're looking for. Let's see, they see investments in capital expenditures. That's big numbers, man. Net amounts of funded by partners to be in the range of $7 billion to $8 billion for the fiscal year 2020.
Big numbers.
Big numbers, man. Just a mammoth, those chip sectors. Whew.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
So let's go inside the Dow Industrials to see what the strength versus the weakness inside this Dow out here. And Dow's up 24. Strength, there's not much. Goldman's putting 6 positive points. Boeing 6. JP Morgan 6. Taken away from it. Disney -6.
I guess what it probably is that usually when the Dow is acting differently, you maybe have 1 or 2 Dow stocks that are doing it. In this case, it's the fact that the chip stocks aren't in the Dow.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Right.
You got Micron.
Right.
You know, you got leading the pack along with the other ones we had up there that aren't putting that negative action into the Dow like it is even for the S&P, man. You know?
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
It's amazing when those chip stocks go south, what can happen.
With those types of numbers, man, watch out.
I know. Gold. Let's take a look at the gold market. They're whacking gold out here this morning.
Numbers and volatility, man.
Yeah, big time.
I pulled up gold and I thought there was going to be like some big bond action. I thought the markets were going to have some big action.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So they got it down to 1493 today. And, you know, well, bottom line, 1492, I think, is the swing low over here somewhere. Yeah, 1492.10. We'll see how this shakes out. It's a Friday. You know, anything and everything happens and will happen inside the metals market on a Friday. You're still coming into your breakout with a lot lighter volume. 652,000 is the benchmark.
Yeah, we're now at a critical point, though. That low, 1493 today.
Oh, yeah.
And we're looking at the low of the bar you have of 1484. You're within $9 of the low of that bar.
Right.
So it could be a big day.
You can see when this thing came down, let's see. Yeah, the good news is, okay.
So that's the 930 open.
Yeah, that's so it's 1493. The good news is that, see, that's the larger
Sure. That was
bar.
910.
And what time was that? So when I say larger bar, that was the most amount of volume. Folks.
Yes.
15,400 got us to 1494.
And the bar before it was decent price action, just right from 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So that's the 9 o'clock, but you went from 9 o'clock from, was it 1502, all the way down to 1495, and that spanned 2 bars.
And then it contracted. It contracted, which is good. That's what you need. And then the last 10-minute bar, we went up. So we'll see where this baby shakes out. And the DXY almost hit its high. Okay, it's just shy. Let's see, where are you?
Currency, which one? There we go.
This thing just missed it, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it, just by a hair. 99,370 is the high?
Yeah, we got 99,308.
Okay.
Hey, we'll see.
Another critical area, though. Same deal.
Oh,
you know what I mean, with gold, for
Totally.
sure. And I saw maybe this could be hitting it a little bit. Interesting, this talking about news. I think this was right at about 9 o'clock. So consumer spending missing the forecast. I wonder if that kind of hitting gold at all, because that was right at 9 o'clock, I believe. But business equipment orders declining, missing estimates. August gain in monthly core prices also trail projections. So what I found interesting down here is they have consumer spending on goods and services, which accounts for about 2/3 of the GDP, increased 0.1% from July. Smallest gain in 6 months. And really what's interesting here is that personal spending is the orange. Income is the white. Income ticks up, no spending goes down.
Yeah.
That's something to pay attention to.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 17, Nasdaq's down 33, S&Ps are off 5.5. Let's go to Marie in New York.
Maria.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
How are you guys?
Morning, Maria.
How are you?
Doing
Doing
good.
great. Yourself?
Oh, good. Thank you very much. We have an Indian summer, so it's perfect.
Nice.
Oh.
You know.
Enjoy it.
Perfect.
New York, we're jealous.
Yeah.
We're Northeast guys, of course, so we miss some of that
for
cool.
once it's for us, right?
We-
Anyway, so I was calling you for Amazon, you know, because I was is the dog of this market, and he can bring it up and bring it down, and I was hoping he will bring it down. So I was looking at the recent days, and with the if you look at the daily for the last 5 days, there's an increase of volume according to my little platform,
Yeah.
and we are going down. So I was wondering, and we're starting to kind of, you know, touch a bit too much that low on June 3rd. And I was wondering if you see it going a bit further down, like 1650 or 1500.
That's a good question.
Yeah, no, that's your benchmark, just as I said, Maria, is that June 3rd.
Yeah.
You know, that low there is 1672.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you broke the consolidation, you know, so...
Those recent lows from
now,
August.
are you looking to buy it down there, or are you short?
No.
Do you have puts on it or
I
something?
put some put.
Puts on it. Okay, cool. Okay. So
1750 put, and I'm hoping that this thing will start going down. I'm not in a hurry. I put like a 3 months and 6 months, so I have time.
Oh,
to
that's
think,
good.
But I was hoping like for, you know,
Yeah.
between 1650, but maybe like 1450 would be even better.
yeah, well, don't get too greedy here.
Don't forget, Amazon's
I know.
going to take over the world. No, I kid.
Well, because this what ends up happening too. This what is happening if this is a high volume low, folks, okay, and it's going after the high volume low. Now it's into the bar right now, and you know when we're talking this high volume low is approximately $60 lower. Now that's not a lot for Amazon, right?
Yeah.
That being said, though, Marie, right? You see how the volume is so high there? I don't expect that that's going to go down there and just break it. Most times you go down, you'll test it, because you got to remember something. We've come all the way down from like 2000, you know, so be careful down there. Like when it starts testing it, you know, I suspect it's going to be light volume, and then just close the position.
I close my put then, and I will just wait and reassess.
Right. You know, because if like, we just put this up on a longer basis, and yes, the December 2018 low also has a high volume low, okay? Yeah. But normally what would end up happening, it comes to the first one, it'll reject it, it has to build more cars, you know, to get into a lower price, because you can see, look at the amount of trading that was done, you know, at almost the same level. Yeah. From what is that? March 60, going all the way 75. Over to January. You know, so. Okay. But I think you get a good trade there. You know. Okay. And particularly, you know, because what we have out here today, folks. Okay. You know, we're coming into window dressing, and the market is not down a lot, but the market really had a shot, I would say today, of really staying positive. So. You know,
there's nothing that's really out there. Consumer spending, that story was out there. You know, maybe that's what hit it, but in the grand scheme, not too much. I guess Micron again last night, though. That's hitting it. The chips.
That's a big one. Yeah. That's a big one. Yeah. Well,
Thank you, guys.
You have a great one, a safe one. We appreciate you growling and prowling.
Enjoy that beautiful Friday in New York.
Thank you. Will do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I am. I'm always a little jealous, man, of that Northeast. This is some beautiful, beautiful weather. September, late September in the Northeast.
There's no doubt.
Forget the caller yesterday. Shame on me, but, you know, just beautiful. The leaves are turning, right? It's still beautiful.
That was Mark from Bedford.
Yeah, exactly. Mark, thank you.
All right.
How about Wells Fargo, man?
WFC.
New CEO, a new man at the reins for a company that's had their share of woes over the last 3 years. So they're getting a little decent pop today as they got
look at that.
New CEO coming in. We'll get his name up here. I forget for a moment. But the former CEO of BNY Mellon coming over to take the reins. He'd only been CEO of BNY Mellon for 2 years, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. And different company completely, too. I was listening to analysts this morning just talking about Wells Fargo, just consumer-based, really, right? In the U.S. versus BNY Mellon, you're almost like a logistics company of banking, more so. But, man, he's going to have quite a task ahead of himself in terms of
the culture.
Yes, the culture, you know. And I was hearing some good discussions this morning, same thing, just about Bloomberg earlier, and they were talking about, is he going to bring people from BNY Mellon? I guess he was at JP Morgan a while back before that.
And then he was a CEO of Visa also.
Okay.
Wow.
And, you know, saying, and I would expect that he is. That's my take is, you want to change a culture in a company like Wells Fargo, you can't do it as one person.
No.
With the same people underneath you.
Right.
So I imagine he's going to bring in a bunch of people. And if I was him, that's what I would do. Because it seems like they've had a culture problem with the amount of things that have come to light.
262,000 employees.
Exactly, you know, and just the executive ranks by themselves. You know, you have to assign some culpability with everything that was going on to people in the ranks.
Right.
And so I imagine, but the market probably thinks so too, because the market likes it, and maybe they finally got somebody from the outside, completely new to the company, right? Yeah. And they're a mammoth company still, $224 billion market cap, right? They do $81 billion in revenue, and they bring it to the bottom line, man. And
it really is.
But they have some regulation problems. They can't even grow their assets to a certain level right now. Right. So they really have to mend things. And so I imagine that is where the market's saying, you know what, we got a new guy. Maybe he gives some credibility to the company again, and then maybe the regulations ease up, allowing them to grow again to the point that you know, the market wants them to.
Boy. Trying to manage that many people.
I was thinking of myself, and that's why I said, like, how do you do this, right? You bring in a bunch of other people. You have to really overnight, and it's not going to be overnight, but that's the best way to jumpstart a change. Is to bring in a new executive team, and I'm sure there'll be executives that stay. But man, there's going to be meetings with every single executive, and they're probably, you know, interviewing for their job again, as they should be.
Right.
When you're an executive of a company like that.
Right.
That's just been signing people up for fake accounts to grease the bottom line.
It's even hard to comprehend what they did. That's the thing that's amazing.
And that it, you know, didn't become criminal with nobody going away, because if I took somebody's info and opened up a bank account at Wells Fargo just so I could get a $10 comp commission,
right?
I'm pretty sure I'd get a call from somebody in the criminal division of somewhere.
Like the FBI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that's a federal deal, I believe, right?
Banks.
Yeah, right. So, silver. You take a look at silver. Now, you talk about volatility. There's no doubt. Now, what's intriguing here, if we look at this, so the low in silver on the breakout was $17.10. We got to $17.34. And we'll see how this shakes out today, because it would not be good for the metals market in general if we're down there at that 17.10.
Talk about volatility, man.
Yeah.
Silver.
Because that's the same layup. That's the same day. Well, it's not the same day, I don't think. I think it's August 1st in gold. Okay. But it'd be the same correlation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think
about $10.
this is the same. No, it's August 7th.
I think it is.
Okay.
It's August
That's
1st.
the first. There you go. So, but silver, man, what was the high? Almost $20.
Oh, I know.
So we're going to load. Either way, we're down 10+% just this month.
Silver is
Watch
like,
out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
It is over the top, no doubt. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 30, Nasdaq down 27, S&P's off 3.5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now. Where are we? Are we flat? Are we getting flat? Up 30? Come on, baby. So up 46. You're up 46.
Pretty muted day of action so far after that opening bell.
It is. Oh, we got to look at this Peloton. So
No, we don't got to look at that. Don't talk about it. Piton, I think it is. P-T-O-N.
Okay, because this was a disaster yesterday, folks.
It's probably a disaster today,
This
too.
is the third unicorn that turns into a disaster.
And did you see Endeavor, right, the big Hollywood agency?
Yes.
They decided not to go forward with their IPO.
And that's Ari, right? That's
Ari Emanuel.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Who is from the character, if you're familiar with the show Entourage.
Yes.
That Jeremy Piven, his character, is based on. But yeah, and look at this, man, Peloton. So they priced the IPO at 29.
Yes.
Now,
And when we were on the air yesterday.
So is this? So that's what they do. They because it did not trade there.
No, it
but
didn't.
somehow they're giving it a tick, which is basically the IPO price, even though it never traded there.
Because that's where the first.
Here is the
trade
yesterday
was.
trading
Right.
action. Opens at 27, ticks as high as 27.98,
Yep.
and now we're sitting at 24.53. You're down $4.50 from the IPO price. Man, oh man. And we talked about it. This company, I don't understand how they don't have more competitors in the market. When you're talking about selling a stationary bike for $2,000,
Right.
selling, and I know equipment in workout, health, fitness, it's
Sure.
expensive.
Right.
But selling $2,000 bikes and then saying, and guess what? You got to subscribe to our feed as well. Seems like they will have some competition if this company is worth tens of billions of dollars,
Right.
which their IPO price pegged them at about $8.3 billion.
That's amazing.
It is. It is.
And then you had WeWork selling
Their jet, right?
Yeah, $60 million. It's amazing.
I read that article as well.
Is that I guess I should have realized that the company owned the jet, but when I read the story about, he got caught in Israel with a bag of
Pot. That was probably before he bought the jet. He probably bought a jet after that because that wasn't his
That's right,
jet.
because that wasn't his jet.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And to bring people to the story
Yeah.
is he had went over there. They found a cereal box full of pot, I guess, after he got off the plane, and the private jet company recalled the plane
Right.
over fears, justifiably, that they would get ensnared in some type of drug, transportation, and so he had to find his own ride home because his plane had gotten pulled. And guess what? His own ride home was probably buy me a $60 million jet. Well, that's not how things are supposed to work when you're the CEO of a private company, not even public, and you're just spending investor money. You're spending SoftBank's money on private jets. And they had in there that people weren't getting raises, right? In the article. So there was some contentious moments. They were not getting raises as he was going out and buying $60 million jets. Let alone being a potential investor and seeing how he is just spending company money whenever he wants, along with the plethora of other things that have come out, right?
Yeah. It's pretty intense, man.
Greed.
Yeah, and they're just in a different world. I mean, you'd have to be in a different world there, even thought-wise, that you think that, well, give me $60 million.
It caught up with him.
I got business to do, man.
They caught up with him, man.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here too, because realistically, you get a sideways market out here. There's no buying, there's no selling. Outside of the chips, the chips are in bad shape.
Yeah.
Micron is at the top of the list there. That's down 470. Roku, they keep hitting Roku. That's down 270. It's at a $100 stock now.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Sands, that's higher. Maybe Macau China must have come in.
They get some whales playing the tables in Macau.
Something happened here. It's up $2.80. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's just go to look at Roku for again. This is quite a beating, man. This equity's taking.
It sure is. And to be in the streaming business, that's a tough business, man.
Yeah.
You're competing with, and I'm talking about streaming platform business. Apple has their Apple TV.
Yeah.
Amazon has their Amazon Fire Stick, let alone all the other competitors that I probably aren't even aware of that are in this sector. And, I mean, you're almost at a 50% haircut from where we were 30 days ago. What is that high? My goodness. September 9th. 20 days ago.
And you're sticking out here, folks, is that, it's sticking out that $83.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just wanted to see
drifting.
the high of this.
Yeah, I know.
So check that out.
It went by it.
Yep,
Right.
big time.
We were just looking at the gap, folks, and the gap was 103.84.
Yeah.
And it very well could bounce off of that. I mean, but that is one number, man. Some of these equities are just Mind blower. Oh,
Today-
so Las Vegas Sands is going in the S&P. I see. That's the number. Okay. So LVS. Thanks, Peter. So let's take a look at that.
Not bad. $45 billion company.
Yeah. And the thing that's amazing, folks.
Nectar Therapeutics, they're gone.
Look, he's going to replace
Maybe that's
it.
one of those biotechs that did
Yeah.
not fare well recently.
And you know, it's wild. Las Vegas Sands, folks. Okay, the thing that's really so wild about this. So you got Sheldon Addison. He's from Newton, Mass. He's right from where Basil is from. And when they started, I remember when they started this business. They started this business as GWV Travel.
Okay.
And so what happens, folks, is that there's so many gamblers in Boston and New England in general, right? He started this that it was like, I think it was $79 and then $99. Now, I'm going back, this is 1980, okay? And they were junkets.
Yep.
You know what I mean? With gambling junkets. That's
Yes.
how they work.
You'd
So
all get on the same plane, so you're talking
get on
about
the same plane.
type of trip, yeah.
Ends up they're going to
Vegas. Sure.
So he started like that and got really successful, big time. Every travel agency, I was in the travel business at that point. That's how I got involved in it. And then what he did is this. He bought, there was a hall, convention, that was like, Vegas wasn't like Vegas now. They were still making money.
No,
But he bought that, and then he started Comdex.
Yeah, right.
And that was all
And that's
of a sudden,
the big computer
Yes.
expo. Well, geez, the 80s computer expo.
That was the biggest.
Microsoft, Apple.
That made him. That made him. Because then he stopped buying the hotels. Then he went from a charter operator to, I mean, billions. You know what I mean? It's quite a story, though, man. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then he's expanded over to Macau, which, you know, we pulled up that chart. We'll have to pull it up again. I got it saved, man, at one point, because the gambling in Macau versus Vegas, it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
But, you know.
I know.
The Chinese, they love their gambling, I guess, man.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And the revenues over there.
Well, there you go.
Well, there it is. They break it out. So revenue for Las Vegas Sands and Macau is $8.7 billion, and in the United States, $2.2 billion.
Yeah, and look at Singapore, even Marina Bay, 3.1 trumps the whole.
Imagine that.
U.S.
Yeah.
And casinos are the deal, 9.8 billion.
Yeah.
Food and beverage, drop in the bucket.
865 million.
Get me to the tables, baby.
Yep. Amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. It's, you know, and then, so there was this, Stanley Ho owned all the gambling in Macau before they decided to open up, before the Chinese government. You imagine that? I mean, he's still huge there. His family's still huge there. But imagine that he had the monopoly on that for years.
Sure.
Dow Industrials up 46, NASDAQ down 16, S&P's off 1. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 52, Nasdaq is down 10, S&P's are flat. And if we go to that repo market, so it's going to get interesting watching how this whole thing is going to be shaken out each and every day here. You know, the headlines: dealers' liquidity needs ebb as repo operations undersubscribed. But when you read the article, it's like, okay, for one day here.
Yeah.
You get primary dealers signals easing demand for money market liquidity on Friday as the Federal Reserve of New York double-barreled term and overnight operations both came in undersubscribed. Yeah. So the central bank received $49 billion in bids for the 14-day repo operation, and they were willing to give out $60 billion. And on Thursday, though, they were at $60 billion, and the banks wanted $72 billion.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, and then just to finish it, right, dealers then submitted $22.7 billion to Friday's overnight repo operation, for which the maximum was $100 billion for a second straight day.
Right.
On Thursday, dealers submitted $50.1 billion. So as of now, it appears that the New York Fed was able to satiate primary dealer demand for term funding at these rate levels, a BMO Capital analyst strategist said. The question then becomes how much of the reserve infusion will be able to permeate through the markets and reach other participants. Overnight general collateral repo traded at around 1.88% Friday, indicating the overnight funding rate was in line with normal levels.
Yeah, and then if we go and see the next squeeze, folks, will be simultaneously when, you know, the next few days, see the effective rate is pretty cool, 1.85.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to keep it at.
Yeah,
right.
and usually it's right in the middle of that range.
Yes.
You know, that's ideally, because that's their range of where they go, 1.75 to 2. It's right in the middle.
Right.
They got room.
So what will be cool here is that we'll watch the aspect of the end of the months are always a problem. Not always a problem, but banks need more cash. And then it's going to be how much debt is the Treasury pushing out simultaneously. That's when
is it a lot? No.
That's when these things. That's when the squeeze comes on, folks. Because you see, when we're reading that, you saw that the inside of that there was I was saying primary. It's the primary dealers.
Yes. Because
the primary dealers have to buy the debt because they're a primary dealer of the Treasury.
It's like a market maker when they have to make a market in a stock if you want to be a market maker. Now that doesn't mean that you can move your prices, right? But you need to make a market. You can't disappear from the market. It's kind of a similar thing, I assume.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at good old Facebook and Google here. So Facebook, Google's still at highs. You know, Facebook a little different setup here.
True.
Yeah, so
very different companies too, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Both of them advertising's the business,
Oh, yeah.
but the way they do it, a little
Right.
different for sure.
You know, Facebook's down $1.24.
The news yesterday, right? COO Sheryl Sandberg, she may be in front of Congress at some point over the next month or so forth. So they're probably trying to head off what they see coming. Yeah, so there was Sandberg in talks to testify on Facebook's cryptocurrency, along with other things.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're no fools. They see public sentiment. They see that Congress is probably going to be having hearings one way or the other.
Oh, yeah.
And she's probably only second to Zuckerberg
Yep.
on the totem pole.
Right.
So they're trying to send somebody out there that might be able to give their own narrative.
Yes. Right.
Good luck to that.
Yeah. And, you know, you look at Google, it's like, it's quite a chart, man. I mean,
Especially you got FTC talk about them.
Yeah.
You got antitrust talk about Google, man. I mean, I know we talked about it. 60 Minutes did a great story, you know, within the last year at some point. Remember
Right.
that about Google and just how they got a lockdown on everything. You Google, you know, food in Tampa, where we are, food in St. Petersburg.
Yes.
You'd think you're almost seeing a selection of the internet results. No, you're seeing Google pages that
I
then
know.
bring you to a Google page.
Right.
And they have the CEO of Yelp on there saying, I would not be able to create Yelp in today's
Right.
day and age because Google has locked down their own pages for their
Right.
own searches. I imagine that's going to get discussed as well, which is remarkable. It's at highs when that's getting talked about.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And you can see, you know, it's going to take a few years.
Yeah.
That's what that chart is also saying.
And it's like we talk about with Facebook, man. They're still printing cash, though. So don't get caught up in the rhetoric and the same. You know,
Right.
keep it on your radar. It's a real threat.
Yep.
But same with Facebook. Advertisers keep spending money, man.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter
Right.
how many people are hemming and hawing on social media, even on Facebook,
Right.
about privacy concerns. Yeah,
So
look at this.
This is just phenomenal, folks. In 2019, they expect to take in $134 billion. In 2015, they were a powerhouse and they took in $60 billion.
That's staggering, man. I
It
mean,
really-
you
it
go
really-
from 2015, a $60 billion revenue company.
Yeah.
Already 2015, they're a world phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
And, well, what happened there? We'll go back to revenue. And they're almost going to triple. 300%
Right.
would be 180 billion by 2020, but almost 300% they're going to grow it. And look at the earnings per share. Now we'll go back. They got mammoth numbers earnings per share. And this is, I wonder why that Google we're not seeing past, but $48, so we'll call it $50 per share, straight up cash to the bottom line.
And they're still growing at 22% a year.
And how many shares they got out there that are pulling it? So 350 million. So every $10, 3.5 billion. They got $50, so they're looking at 17.5 billion profit every year to the bottom line. I'll take 20 billion in profit with that
Amazing.
kind of growth. Yeah.
Yeah, really is.
It does.
That number is staggering,
Oh.
meaning that they were a powerhouse. You know, they've been a powerhouse for a long time. Never mind just 5 years ago.
I remember being in college. I remember vividly.
Yeah.
Sophomore year. This is about either 1999. I think 99.
Yeah.
My roommate Jay, you know well, he's a
Right.
computer guy, comes in. So you got to use Google to search anything. You have to. This is like the
This
new
is
thing.
telling you
This is
this.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the new. You haven't even
Okay.
heard of it. He's
Right.
like, yeah. This is the standard. Trust me, because there was Netscape. There was all this stuff.
That's right.
You got to use Google. 1999, right? 2015 is 16 years later.
Wow.
And then from 2015 to 2020, they almost triple their revenue.
Right.
So it's like that's to have that kind of
Right.
growth
Right.
that far into your growth cycle is like staggering.
It's huge, yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
So, market got a little pop out here. We got the comp, that's NASDAQ comp wants to go positive. It's right now just down 1 point. S&Ps are up 4. You got the Dow Industrials up 85.
How about Bitcoin, man? Can we
Oh,
take a
yeah.
peek? Because we're now under 8,000 as we've been continuing to slide. And there was that one big sell-off, right, earlier in the
Yeah.
week that we'll see. But it's been a slow, steady decline since then, man.
it has.
There's no reprieve, you know.
No.
We're that high of that bar, that's September 24th. That is
Look at that.
Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
So even back it
That
up
was
to
almost, there was 10,954 there, folks.
yeah. And we're now sitting at 79.74. And you really
6,000's on the way.
I was just going to say, you got to be aware, man, of where we've been, where this volatility's been, because just keeping it at a daily, going back 2 years,
Yeah.
what makes you think it's going to stop here?
I know.
You know, just
Right.
if you do have some Bitcoin, hopefully you're aware of the volatility, because man, oh man, I mean, just this pullback earlier this year,
Yeah.
we're sitting at what? Just ballpark, not even the lows, 33.98. So heads up for sure.
That's intense.
You better be dealing with basically 100% risk capital if you're in that market.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, it's one day, you know.
Don't take out margin.
Oh,
you know,
my God.
don't leverage your house.
Yeah.
Don't. I told you when we were at Highs almost. I was sitting in the sauna at LA Fitness.
Yes.
And we have kids. I say kids, 22 years old, college-age kids, talking about. And one of them saying to me, "Talk some sense into my friend because he's about to take a student loan out and then use that money to buy crypto."
Oh. Stay right there, folks. Tom and I come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking for exposure to gold or gold mining equities, then now is a perfect time to sign up for Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. The summer is over, gold is trading back above $1,500, and the 10-year Treasury is hovering at around 1.5%. Tom O'Brien has been writing his weekly gold report for almost 18 years. There's no one that knows more about how the gold market trades and how gold mining equities react. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, Tom publishes his weekly gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. As of September 3rd, Gold Report subscribers have 5 active open positions with an average unrealized profit of almost 38% for each position. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up today by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 83. NASDAQ is down 4. S&Ps are up 3.
You know what else is up?
Yeah.
How about that Brown University endowment, man? Whew, that's a big number. So I guess this is going back fiscal 2019, right? This may have ended June 30th.
Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like, right?
So they should have some good numbers in there, man, because that incorporates some of last year as well.
Yeah.
But it also incorporates that run up to December 2018.
That's right.
Which is pretty remarkable that you're talking about that incorporated.
Yeah.
So Brown University produced a 12.4% gain in fiscal 2019 and topping rival Ivy League endowments by a wide margin. So Brown outperformed Harvard, UPenn, Dartmouth, and other Ivy League schools that reported so far. Dartmouth only had 7.5. These, I mean, they're dealing with billions.
I know.
And we'll have to cover this more because I've looked at the endowments, and there's a bunch of schools that have endowments much bigger than some of the Ivy Leagues. Like Texas has a mammoth one, I
Do
think.
they?
So it's not, some of these huge endowment programs that aren't in the Ivy League, but if you're up there, you're talking about billions usually on this level. So when you talk about a 5% beat on billions, you start compounding that number.
And it's a lot harder, folks, making like 12.5% on billions than millions.
Totally.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
So you got it though, and it keeps going, right? So last year, Brown returned 13.2%, ranking second, only behind Princeton, and managed. So there it is, 3.8 billion.
Yeah.
Quite a number, man. So endowments have seen their performance slide in the year ended June 30th, partly because the heavy allocations in international equities. Brown's largest allocation in 2018 was to hedge fund strategies, followed by public
Whatever
equity.
that means.
And I guess that should probably give it to hedge funds.
Yeah.
Hedge fund strategies, maybe. You're divvying it out. Hey, it paid off. Kudos to them.
Folks, stay right there. We got Think of Swim coming up next, and we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.